Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to talk about my final thoughts for Dying Like the Beast. That is right, I just literally finished the game about an hour or so back. And yeah, I've got to say, I felt like Dying Like the Beast was truly Techland's best work so far, right? It's, I would say, it's the best of Dying Light 1 and Dying Light 2 put together, if that makes sense. Because we all felt that Dying Light 2 wasn't like kind of like a worthy sequel. It was an okay sequel, but it wasn't their best work. But yeah, I felt like the Beast was good, but mainly because like they brought back Kyle Crane. I think that's what everyone really wanted, right? They wanted Kyle Crane to be back, so they did bring him back. So yeah, I mean overall the game plays out fantastic. Like the driving is very enjoyable. I never enjoyed driving so much. It was so nice to like run over infected and stuff like that. Kind of like what we had in the following. Everything makes a return. The crafting system, it's kind of like what we had. The blueprints, the skill trees. The skill tree is a lot more simplified now. It's not that as extensive as we had, in the previous two games. With a dedicated skill tree towards your beast powers, right, by hunting down chimeras. So yeah, it was all very simplified, straightforward. The parkour system is much more straightforward, just kind of like we had in Dying Light 1. The grappling hook makes a return, which is really nice to have, and it's a little bit more realistic when using now. The reason they removed the grappling hook from Dying Light 1 was because it was too broken, right? The way people used it was like, kind of like web slinging at times. But yeah. So they removed it from Dying Light 2, but we get it back here, and it's more realistic. You can use the grappling hook to keep up your momentum in parkour. So yeah, I feel like the grappling hook it feels really good in this game as well. The bows makes a return. Guns feels really good. All the weapons feel really good. The world feels amazing, right? It's a wonderful mix of urban and rural, farm and wood and forest environments. Really well done. The world is nicely populated with points of interest almost every inch of the way, right? Whether it's driving races, dark zones, substations, safe houses, unlocking safe houses. But I felt like they could have added a little bit more, right? They removed volatileness. We had volatileness in Dying Light 2, but volatileness do not make a return here. But yeah, kind of like in Dying Light 1, the night phase is almost non-existent, I would say. You have maybe max 1 or 2 missions that happens in the night phase, and that's it. You can play the entirety of the game until the end during the day phase. So yeah, because the night phase is a lot more harder, it is scarier, right? The volatiles are quite brutal, kind of like in Dying Light 1. Dying Light 2 made it easy, mainly because you can see in the night without the aid of a torch. But in Dying Light, in the Beast, it is pitch black. You literally need a torch. The torch gives away your position, so they've made everything a lot more harder. I like it, but I think it would have made a lot more easier because there's kind of like a hidden system working during the night phase, where these 3 to 2 volatiles, always hover around your position. It's like they're homing in on you, right? In a way, it feels like Techland has done it on purpose, so that there's always a volatile presence near you, just to keep you on your toes. But I feel like it's just like if they did it just kind of like how they had in Dying Light 2, or maybe like how the regular infected are like just randomly placed across the map, randomly generated across the map. Because it's so hard to get away from the volatiles, like navigate your way, especially in the woods area. Like somehow they still manage to like keep up with you and stay in your radius, making things so difficult, right? Because of that, like like I played a few times at night. It was like okay, but I felt like it's not worth the risk, right? It's not worth dying and losing all your XP. Sure, all the double XP, everything is there during the night phase, but yeah, the entirety of the game can be played. You can level up easily just by doing all the side quests and all the side activities. You can quickly get all that by doing all the side stuff and yeah, hitting max level at level 15, no issues. Apart from that, the story was amazing, right? I was a bit worried that they were running into the same issue, kind of like Borderlands is running right now. They have this amazing formula for game to work with, but they're unable to write a good script, get some good, like, tell a good story, right? But yeah, this was quite good. It was quite good. It was very action packed heavy, but um, I thought it had sufficient amount of a good amount of plot twists and some good writing in there. But yeah, given like the size of the company and all, I like what I've seen, right? And they've done a good job so far. I really enjoyed playing the game. Um, I feel like the game. It had a killer soundtrack. I feel like the game had enough to make itself a Game of the Year nominee, right? I don't know if it'll. I don't think it has enough to win, but I think it has done sufficient enough to be at least considered as a nominee for Game of the Year, because like they've done wonderful. They've done wonderful collaboration with the community. I know the community for Dying Light is massive, and the developers work in close proximity with the community in trying to make sure all the features that needs to be there. Like that's why we ended up with like such a good game with the best of Dying Light 1 and 2. Because they keep listening to player feedback and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, so that's pretty much what I can tell about the game. Okay, spoilers. I'm going to talk about a little bit of spoilers. Let's talk about the story, right? I love the story. I love the angle they went in. I felt like some of the side quests could be expanded upon, right? Especially the one about the pregnant infected, right? That's something that can be that can be expanded on, right? And because it's a big thing, right? Pregnant infected, like what? And then there was another one about the virus infecting a plant, right? A tree. That could be also turning into something else, basically, like a whole new organism. So, and the telepathic nest. I felt all that can be expanded upon. There's definitely going to be more Dying Light, right? That is itself is hinted in the game. We have the two protagonists of both Dying Lights coming together in this game. Yes, we do have Aiden and Kyle Crane coming together towards the end, and it looks like Kyle is going to wage his own war with the GRE. The GRE makes a return with his new infected allies. Right, that's kind of like the final shot of the game when we end it, like before the credits roll. Right, I really love that. What it symbolizes, right? It shows that Kyle Crane is going to go after the GRE with his new allies. They're not going to be experimented on anymore, like for the infected, right? So yeah, what I'll be more interested is because there was a side mission where they showed the virus functioning and gaining a little bit of sentientness, right? It kind of like grows its own conscious and takes over a person's conscious and communicates like in a hive mind kind of like matter. So I wish they would explore that a little bit more, because I feel like that has a lot more to offer. Because we've had 3 games where it's all about experimentations, and then it's always a human antagonist towards the end, and then they mutate themselves, blah blah blah, final boss. The boss battle in this was massive, right? It was a really good boss battle, right? I loved it. But now we've had 3 games going in the same direction, so I wish they would experiment and try and see if it works, looking at the virus angle now, seeing if the virus itself could be an antagonist, right? Because I really like the virus gaining its own sentientness, becoming a little bit more sentient, like the virus. So yeah, that was quite good. That little side mission, in how much we got to see that, like that was really good. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting more good things from Dying Light, right? There's definitely going to be a sequel. I will be excited when that drops in, whenever it is. Probably 2030. Who knows, right? So yeah. There you guys have it. My final thoughts for Dying Light: The Beast. I hope you guys enjoy the game as well. If you guys are playing, if you guys have skipped the spoiler part, right, and head over there, so you guys don't need to see me talk about spoilers, right? So yeah, I'll see you guys then in the next live stream or video. Till next time then. Bye bye.